Would this be would this be Dusty?
This is Dusty
Dusty, how do you pronounce your last name?
Wygle.
It is Dusty
I was
Wygle.
actually going to ask you. I was going to ask you the same thing. Is it Cartier, or do you say it fancy like the watch, like Cartier?
Dude, it's like the watch, and believe me, I have tried so many times to go through Ancestry.com to try to desperately make that connection with the richness. It just never comes to pass, Dusty. God dang it.
It's always worth a shot.
Yeah, so I got to say to you, are you really 18 years old?
No, I'm 28.
I was going to say, the bio I'm looking at, I'm going like, what the hell? This guy's unbelievable. Now, I am new to what it is that you do, so you're going to have to walk me through some of this, all right?
All right, no worries.
And first and foremost, thanks for taking the time to give us a call and a chat today, all right?
My pleasure. We're so excited to get up there this summer.
Yeah, so we finally get a chance to see what it's all about. It's September 22nd at Gesa Stadium here in Pasco. It's 2.5 hours, fully choreographed. What is the favorite thing you get to do with the Nitro Circus that's coming to our neck of the woods?
Man, I can't even pick a favorite, honestly. I'll try, but pretty much the whole show, I'm like biting my nails or throwing my hands in the air just for my friends, because everything that goes on is either so ridiculous you can't help but jump in the air, or it's so freaking scary you just hope they don't die. So, honestly, the contraptions are just the best. Like, you don't need to know anything about sports to enjoy the fact that some dummy is going to go off a giant freaking ramp in a lounge chair, or something like a tricycle. It's just fun, it's ridiculous, and there's a solid chance it might not work. So that's always some of the best entertainment of the show. It's just the dumb stuff that we do with our friends that you normally set up in your backyard as a kid, but now we just have a way bigger ramp and a slightly better understanding of how it might work, but probably not.
And the amazing thing is you're all working completely without a net. Like when you go to a Harlem Globetrotter show, you know they're going to beat the Washington Generals. When you guys are pulling off these outrageous stunts, you don't know if you're going to stick it clean every time. Am I right?
No, I mean, it's all calculated risk. A lot, all the FMX riding, the bikes and everything, it takes a lot of training, a lot of time to do it. But there's a lot of times we're doing stuff that's so new, that's never been done before. Yeah, there's a degree of just give it a shot and see how it goes. Like, you just have no idea sometimes. You got an idea and a dream, and you just hope it works out. Sometimes on the show night, you get a little amped up, and you want to try something new, and you just hope and pray it works, or else you're getting carted off. So,
wow.
Which makes it exciting for everybody, and it definitely shows through. We love what we do, and we just like pushing it. So the more people get around us and like just get crazy and enjoy it, the bigger we go, and it just makes the whole night way more fun.
I love the self-gloss Thrillbillies show. You, Mr. World First, for the world record for the longest backflip on a pit bike at 75 feet. If people don't know what a pit bike is, describe that for them.
Pit bike is it's just a really dumb grown-up on your kid's farm bike, pretty much. You got the XR100s and the KLX 110s and the XR50s, and basically some motorheads. We just scoop them up so they go really fast and they're squirrely, and you just try to go way bigger than they're ever intended for. And it survived a 75-foot flip, which is what they jump like normal FMX bikes on in X Games and stuff like that. So I took a dumb little kid's bike, farm bike, and jumped it over the same jump that all the pros jump, and I tried to flip it, and I made it.
I love the lazy...
It's one of those really dumb, obscure records, but it's fun.
I love the, you're the first guy to lazy boy flip a big wheel. I caught a little air, I think, when I was 7 or 8. I thought I was a big deal, and then I'm catching you doing a lazy boy flip and a big wheel. I guess the practice, when you conceive some stunt that you want to do, what is the protocol for working it out? Do you jump into a foam pit? Do you go over water? What's your kind of mode developing tricks?
Well, it's kind of a little bit of everything. Everyone on tour has a different mentality and a different process. For me, sometimes I just learn stuff in the show. I just kind of get excited and see my friend do something. I'm like, I think that might work on this. And so, especially with the contraption stuff, there's just none of it's supposed to work, really, if you think about it. But somehow, some of these really dumb things end up working out, and it's awesome. So My process, I guess, sometimes if a foam pit's really necessary, there's some things you just really have no idea what's going to happen. And if you have access to a foam pit, probably a good idea to give it a shot. But a lot of times it just happens in the show.
Right.
You just hope you get close enough to swirl out of it.
I read where a broken tailbone was the worst injury you had. That takes a long time to heal. And did you bust that up performing a trick? And tell me about the most difficult trick you had to do to get to finally nail it for a show.
Yeah. So I always say the tailbone's the worst injury just because, it takes forever. You find out how much you just sit on your lazy butt and it hurts. I've had more serious injuries for sure, but the tailbone it seems like it never goes away. You're always uncomfortable, especially when you got to sit on planes all the time. It's pretty awful.
Right.
To me, that's the worst. And I did break it. We were performing a show in China at the Venetian Hotel in Macau, and my bicycle got the best of me and broke my tailbone. So that was a really crappy plane ride home.
Oh, man, that's a long hop, too. I was reading that you love to travel. What's the coolest place you've been to, and where's a place that you haven't been that you'd like to go?
Man, I always get asked this, and I never have a great answer, but two of the coolest places I've ever been are New Zealand and Japan. New Zealand because everything about it is fun. Their entire culture and their entire country, they will let you do anything action sports or outdoor or action related. They have everything under the sun, and they want to do it, and they love it, and it's just beautiful. And then Japan because it is so different from anything we're used to in the States. Their culture is so different. Everything they have is just so unlike anything we have here that it's just really interesting to wander around and meet people and try not to offend anybody because pretty much anything we do as Westerners is offensive to them. So, but they're way too polite to say it. So it's really interesting to cruise around Japan. I really like that.
Interesting. How about a place you haven't been to that either with the show or just by yourself traveling? Where would you like to go?
I would love to go to Fiji.
Yeah,
I would love to go surfing in Fiji.
Oh,
Never
man.
been. Never really been to that many tropical islands in general, so Fiji would be pretty cool off the top of my head.
All right, it's on the bucket list, having a conversation with Dusty Wygle, one of the stars of the Nitro Circus. It's coming September 22nd to Gesa Stadium in Pasco. 35 of the world's best freestyle, motocross, BMX, inline, scooter riders. These are terrifying freestyle stunts, death-defying, super slick, all the superlatives. Don't miss out, man. Get your tickets now, 97 Rock and Gesa Stadium, September 22nd. Hey, Dusty Wygle, thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you and the Thrill Billies coming to our neck of the woods to, well, hey, close your mouth there. Flies are going to go in. We're going to be all agape with what you guys do. So looking forward to it, and thanks so much for your time.
Excited to be getting up there. See you guys in September.
Dusty, you're a pro. Thanks, man.